See the world from above.
The stability of your personal bank account, the purchasing power of your savings, and the cost of everything you buy are currently tethered to a 21-mile stretch of water on the exact opposite side of the world. This map highlights the Strait of Hormuz. It is the geographic bottleneck connecting the Persian Gulf to the Gulf of Oman and the wider Arabian Sea. While the strait itself is 21 miles wide, the functional shipping lanes are restricted to just 2 miles in each direction at their narrowest point. This narrow margin of error creates a single point of failure for the entire global economy. Every single day, between 20 to 21 million barrels of crude oil, condensate, and petroleum products move through this choke point. That represents roughly 20 to 30% of all seaborne traded oil globally. A massive percentage of the world's liquefied natural gas cooled to a liquid state to make high-volume shipping possible, also relies on this exit route, specifically exports originating from Qatar. There are few practical alternatives to bypass the waterway. Only a handful of pipelines located in Saudi Arabia and the UAE can redirect a fraction of this flow. Because of this volume, the uninterrupted flow of this waterway is the foundation of energy security for Eastern and Western superpowers alike. This choke point is the center of severe geopolitical tension between the United States and Iran. To ensure the free flow of global commerce, the U.S. Fifth Fleet maintains a constant, high-alert military standoff in the region. Iran counters this massive conventional military presence with an asymmetric naval doctrine. Asymmetric warfare is a strategy where a smaller force uses unconventional, low-cost tactics to exploit the vulnerabilities of a much larger, conventionally armed opponent. The first layer of this asymmetric strategy relies on swarms of highly maneuverable, armed, fast attack craft. These boats are designed specifically to overwhelm massive, slow-moving commercial targets. The threat is compounded by advanced anti-ship cruise missiles hidden in the coastal mountains and the rapid deployment of sophisticated naval mines directly into those narrow shipping lanes. By utilizing cheap, lethal hardware to deny access to the area, millions of dollars in low-tech weaponry effectively holds a trillion-dollar global logistics network hostage. During the 1980s Iran-Iraq War, this waterway became an active combat zone in what became known as the Tanker War. Both nations actively struck hundreds of commercial ships. Today, Iran views the choke point as its ultimate retaliatory weapon against economic sanctions, proving the threat of closure is a historical reality. The attacks in the 1980s became so severe that the United States launched Operation Earnest Will, deploying military warships to directly escort reflagged commercial tankers through the hostile waters. History proves that the world will eventually deploy military force to reopen the strait, but the immediate cost in lives and economic stability would be immense. If the strait is closed or a mine is detonated in the channel, the global fallout would take less than 48 hours to materialize. Shipping insurance premiums for any vessel entering the Persian Gulf region would immediately become unaffordable, effectively halting all maritime trade through the area overnight. Cargo ships would be forced to reroute thousands of miles south, completely circumventing the African continent via the Cape of Good Hope. This map shows the extreme geographic detour required. Bypassing Hormuz adds weeks to delivery schedules and millions of dollars in extra fuel costs for every single trip. Within days, a localized military blockade transforms into a paralyzing, planet-wide supply chain crisis. This chart illustrates the immediate energy shock. Global oil prices would spike from $80 a barrel to past $150 or even $200 within 2 days. That energy shock triggers a secondary wave of global inflation that cascades down to the pump, immediately crushing consumer purchasing power. This combination of supply chain death and hyperinflation would spark a severe, wealth-destroying global recession. The fuse in Hormuz is lit. To learn how to protect your personal savings from this economic shockwave, subscribe to Tower Lens.
See the world from above.